That is sick. Oh my goodness, this exotic is absolutely insane. It's so insane. We need 3,000, 4,000 likes. I'm tipping my hat to you guys. Subscribe to the channel. I'm about to show you something really, really crazy. So strap yourselves in and let's get right into this. This exotic, guys, is absolutely insane. The Path of Burning Steps. Solar final blows periodically grant you an escalating bonus in weapon damage. You are harder to slow or freeze with stasis, and when you break out, you take no damage from doing so, creating a burst of solar energy around yourself. This is absolutely nuts, guys. So we're going to head straight into a private match and just show you some things that this can do. So we are in a dust field grenade right now, and this is without the exotic on. You can see the stacks going up by 5, and the timer is at 2, and eventually we get frozen. You see that? Now we're going to switch to the boots, and I'm going to show you the difference when you have the boots on and you're in a dust field grenade. The stacks go up by 2 instead of 5, and you are limited at 1 second. And you're going to see now, you're going to see right here that you don't actually get frozen at all with this exotic, which is really, really awesome. Not only that, you create a burst of fire energy, and you can see that you get a bonus damage the second you are slowed. That's right. Hunters, you need to watch out. If you throw a shuriken at a titan, they can now body shot you with a high impact sniper if you're at 4 resilience or less. So you've got to be very, very careful. Firewalker stacks up to 4 times, and the damage boost is very, very substantial, guys. This stuff is absolutely crazy. When it's at 4 stacks, the damage buff is even stronger than the Whisper of Hedron's buff. This is no joke, guys. This is a true counter to stasis. Now, as you can see, I'm on the Behemoth subclass right now, and that's the first criticism I have. Making an exotic this insane shouldn't be able to be used on a stasis subclass. That is a joke, in my opinion. And I'm really looking forward to using this on my Sentinel. I'm not looking forward to playing Behemoth with this though. I think that's just a step too far. You can see when you burst out, you actually deal damage to people around you as well, which is insane. So you get frozen, you break out, and if someone stood next to you, they will take a lot of damage. The more stacks you have, the more damage you'll do. Look at that, they both almost died. Now I absolutely love this. I absolutely love the fact that I have some counters to stasis now in my repertoire. I will say, being frozen by a glacier grenade though, the duration is pretty long. It's not like the shortest duration. If someone hits you with a glacier, you're pretty killable. But man, the fact that you get a damage buff for being slowed, the fact that you do damage to people when you break out of being frozen is really, really awesome. The only criticism I have is the fact that this works on Behemoth. I think that's really, really dumb. This should be a light-based subclass only. That's it. A light-based subclass exotic only is what I mean. So that's my only criticism. As far as the damage buff getting procced in PvP, you can see there I got 2 kills and the perk did proc. So it's kind of like a random rampage in a way. You can get like maybe 1, 2, 3 kills with your solar weapons and the perk will proc. So, you know, if you're on Sunbreaker, you can proc this perk with, you know, solar abilities, but obviously you don't need to be on a Sunbreaker, which is awesome. Like I said though, the fact that Behemoth can use this is kind of insane, and honestly, this exotic is that strong that I would expect Behemoth with Burning Steps to be solidified as really probably the meta. And I think this exotic is like a direct counter, in a way, to Revenant, which obviously is a good thing, because Revenants are just super annoying to fight, let's be honest. They are super annoying to fight. So it's a good thing that, you know, obviously you can counter the Revenants. This Firewalker buff is nuts though. Especially with using Igneous Hammer, and you have an Igneous Hammer with Rampage, and then you stack that with Firewalker. It's basically like having Weapons of Light on your Igneous Hammer. It is pretty insane. I do like the fact that, you know, there's a lot of build opportunities. I got the perk there, but then I got Sandwich, which was unfortunate. I like the fact that, you know, you can use different solar weapons, and there's a lot of build potential here, which is really cool. However, the solar damage buff, I don't know, I think it's borderline broken. I will say, I think it's borderline being pretty broken. I think if the damage buff only worked when you got slowed and it was only for light subclasses, then I wouldn't have an issue with it. But I think just being able to proc extra damage for using a solar gun is kind of insane. But you know, it's not the worst thing in the world. Like I said though, the fact that it can be used on Behemoth is insane. There's obviously also arguments to be made, like, you know, should this just be something that's built into light-based subclasses? I think a lot of people will say that tying counters to Stasis 2 exotics is a bad thing. and I totally see where they're coming from with that. But at the same time, like, because there is no counter to Stasis in the game, and this is all we have now, I'm gonna take it. Do you know what I mean? I'm absolutely gonna take it because it's better than nothing. And for me, being someone who likes to play Sentinel, you can expect these boots to never leave my Sentinel's body from here on in. You can see there I got Frozen, now I have Firewalker, and I'm doing 25 to the head with a 720 RPM auto rifle, which is pretty disgusting. They normally hit around 21 to the head, I believe. And this is just so good because, you know, the kind of like, I don't want to be toxic, but you know that kind of trash hunter main that just spams shurikens, spams his dodge, just a mindless ability spam. They can now be punished for that, which is just, oh my god, I love it. I absolutely love it, man. I absolutely love it. I think my love for this is kind of born out of my hatred for Stasis. So, you know, make of that what you will, but yeah, it's just nice, man. It's nice to finally make these hunters think twice. We've got the damage buff there. Unfortunately though, I didn't have any special ammo, so there's not much I could have done in that situation. But if I did have special ammo, you would have been dead. I believe Chaperone has the potential to one-shot to the body as well with this perk active, depending on the resilience of your opponent. Same thing goes for the high impact snipers. They can also body shot after being slowed. Another thing to note as well is that if someone throws a dust field grenade, you can just constantly step in and out and build your stacks. That being said, no half decent player is going to be rocking dust fields in this sandbox, so that's really a non-issue. Getting hit by shurikens though, that is definitely going to be a thing, and being able to have a damage boost after being slowed by someone just spamming abilities, yeah, that is awesome. You can see Firewalker in action there. That guy was super laggy though, which is unfortunate. And I think the potential obviously will be at its maximum for this exotic on a Sunbreaker for sure, because then obviously you can stack the perk with you know, solar abilities. But I'm just gonna be rocking this on Sentinel, and if I'm feeling super toxic, then I'll put on Behemoth. And honestly, Behemoth with this boot is truly a Revenant's worst nightmare. So if you're a light based player and a Behemoth wearing these boots, it doesn't really mean anything to you, right? Like it doesn't really mean too much. The fact that they can get damage buff off solar gun kills though is kind of insane. But overall, this exotic's definitely going to shake up the game. I want to know what you guys think. Let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.